Hi everyone, today we will discuss class 10th icse topic Haunted Houses of English Literature. So let's start this topic without any delay. This is written by H.W. Longfellow. Before we start this topic, we should know about something about Longfellow. So let's see about the poet. So, Longfellow, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, was born in 1807 and died in 1882. He was one of the America's iconic poet, and he is remembered for the myths and the classic legend that he created from American historical events and materials such as the Song of Hiawatha, based on the Native American oral history, and Paul Revere Wright, celebrating the first battle of Revolutionary War. So, in this poem, he tells us about the phantom which lived in the haunted house. What are phantoms? Phantoms are the spirits and the ghosts of our loved ones, which are harmless. And in this story, he tells us about how they after any person dies and our loved one dies, they stay with us in our memories, and they have they have always been with us even they have gone. So let's start the poem. So it is the first stanza of the poem, where it says, "All houses where men have lived and died are haunted houses. Through the open doors, the harmless phantoms on their errands glide with the feet that makes no sound." So in this stanza, speaker begins with a simple but surprising statement that all houses are haunted houses. Means what he wanted to say that all houses where men have lived and died, they are haunted because they are visited by ghosts or the spirits of earlier occupants. Earlier occupants means the people which have lived before. Through the open doors, the harmless phantoms or their errands glide. Okay. In this line, they are telling us, the poet is telling us the that the harmless phantoms who are busy with errands mean duties, they are busy with their duties and move purposefully. Matlab, they have a purpose and they move purposefully around the house as they were when they were living. As they were living, they move to perform purpose. They also move about that when they are spirits to perform their daily course of action. Next line says, with the feet that make no sound. They are doing their work peacefully. They come and go, making no sound. No sound. So let's see again what is saying. All the houses where men in have lived and died are haunted houses. Where men have lived and died, they are haunted because they are visited by ghosts of earlier occupants. Through the open doors, the harmless phantoms on their errands glide. Through the open doors, the harmless phantom, inoffensive phantoms means phantoms are the ghosts which are harmless of our loved ones because they are of our loved ones, so that they are harmless. On their errands glide. Errands means duties. They perform duties and move purposefully and peacefully. They move and glide with feet that make no sound upon the floors, and they move without any sound. So next stanza, let's see. We meet them at the doorway, on the stair, along the passage. They come and go, impalpable impressions on the air, or sense of something moving to and fro. So in this line, what is the poet is telling us? The speaker says that these coasters are impressions on the air. Impressions on the air that they cannot be felt by touch. They can be present anywhere in the house, at the doorway, on the stair, along the passage. They come and go. Thought they cannot be seen, their presence is felt as a sense of something moving to and fro. Understand? So let's move towards the third stanza. There are more guests at the table than a hosted invited. The illuminated hall is thronged with quite inoffensive ghosts, as silent as the pictures on the wall. So in stanza 3, the speaker is saying their presence can be perceived by when they join the guests at a dining table and make number of guests more than those are invited by host. Host has invited the guests are more in count when he counts, because in that there are some spirits also. The illuminated hall means the brightly lit hall uh, is with quiet thronged with quiet inoffensive ghost, means harmless ghost, as silent as the picture on the wall. This is simply as the ghosts are compared to the pictures and portraits, because as pictures and portraits remain silent or talk, they don't make sound. So as like that, the ghost also don't make sound, any type of sound. So, in fact, in the brightly lit hall appears crowded with these uninvited guests who remain as silent as the pictures or portraits hung on the wall. So, this stanza 3 we have also completed. We will move next to stanza 4. Okay, next stanza number 4. The stranger at my fireside cannot see the forms I see, nor hear the sounds I hear. He but perceives what is veiled unto me, all that has been visible and clear. So what is the speaker saying? The speaker then goes on to say that the stranger at the fireside, sitting near the fireplace, is unable to perceive their presence. Whose presence? Ghost's presence. He aren't able to perceive. He isn't able to perceive the presence of the ghost, that as the speaker does. The speaker is the one who can see the form, the impressions of their presence, and hear the sounds. He believes this stranger can only see what is happening in the present, what is present here only, what is today is present. He cannot see past things. Why? Because the speaker has the strong memories and he remembers the past. That's why he can see the past. He can see the ghost. He can see everything clearly from the past to present. That's what I'm saying. He has a strong memory of what happened in the past. This is perhaps suggestive of the fact that the stranger is present occupant of the house. Okay. So next we will move toward this. We have no title deeds to the houses only. Title deeds means ownership. Owners and occupants of earlier days from graves were getting stretch their dusty hands and hold mortals still their old states. Okay, let's discuss stanza number 5. The speaker asserts that we living human beings do not have any permanent title deeds, means any permanent ownership we do not have of our houses and lands. This is because those who were the owners and occupants of the earlier days, means they were the occupants, spread their soiled hands from forgotten graves to claim their inalienable ownership of properties once owned by them. Means once the property they have owned, they stretch their hands from the graves and they uh, they claim the inalienable ownership of the properties. In other words, the so what I was telling. Uh, so I was explaining the meaning of the from the graves. One second. From the graves of forgotten, stretch their dusty hands and hold mortals till their estates. That means that the earlier occupants dug their way out of their grave that were unattended or neglected to return to their homes. It is the meaning of these two lines. Okay, let's see the stanza number 6. The spirit around this word of sense floats. Word of sense is talking about the human world, and a spirit world where the spirits and ghosts lives. Floats like an atmosphere and everywhere walls through these earthy mists and vapor stands a vital breath of more ethereal air. So what's saying in stanza number 6? The word of spirits floats around the human world of senses or reality. Senses here is referred to the reality, like the air of atmosphere envelops the earth, as the air of atmosphere is enveloping the earth. Like that, the spirit world also envelops the word of sense, means the human word of senses, means the human word of reality. This word, what is here referred to this word? Spirit word passes through everything like earthy mists and dense vapors. The spirit verse passes through everything like earthy mists. What is mean by earthy mists? Earthy mists mean that the earthy mist to the sense, to the nature and the phenomena to evoke the aroma of the soil. This is known as earthy mists. So it's like saying that this word passes through everything like the earthy mist, like the aroma of the soil and dense vapor. It is like the vital breath. It is like the vital breath of delicate air. Ethereal air means delicate air from other world. This stanza we have completed. Now we will move towards the stanza number 7. So it is stanza number 7. Our little lives are kept in equipoise. Equipoise means balance by opposite attraction and desire. The struggle of the instinct that enjoys and the more noble instinct and this aspect. It is talking about the lives of human beings. So we have very little lives which are kept in equipoise between the opposite attractions and desires. What is meant by it? Opposite attraction and desires means that opposite attractions are the instinct that we enjoy. Means like we love to enjoy watching movies, playing and etc. But desires to study, to complete our work is our is our aim, to do the work, to do the study, to do any to do any like future secure job and a best job is our desire. But we have to complete this desire. We have to keep balance between the opposite attractions and desires. If we will watch TV more, then we can't study. So like that, we have to keep balance between the opposite attractions and desire. The struggle of instinct that enjoys, it's talking about the instinct which we enjoy. and the more noble instinct that aspires, this which help in achieving our aim. So the stanza number 7, the speaker here talks about the human lives. He says that the human lives are short. He's telling human lives are short and kept in balance by maintaining opposite attractions and desire. There are two types of instincts: basic instincts that seek worldly pleasures and enjoyment, and noble instinct that aspires for higher and noble goals and spiritual aims. Okay, human beings have to learn to deal with these contradictory impulses. Contradictory impulses here means talking about the opposite attractions and desires. Okay, so we have to deal with this contradictory impulses to achieve the equipoise or the balance in the life. Now let's move towards the stanza number 8. Here the speaker describes the cause of fears and anxiety in the human beings. So according to the speaker, that the mental disturbance which are meant by perturbations mean mental disturbance on anxiety and the perpetual jar. Here the immortal soul is referred to perpetual jar of earthy wants, and the aspirations high come from the influence of unseen star and undiscovered planet in our sky. Okay, so let's discuss what the speaker describes here. Is describes for the cause for anxiety and fears in the human beings. Then, according to the speaker, the mental disturbance and the anxieties and the fears of human beings are the result of their earthly needs. Their earthly wants, earthly needs, and high aspirations. These are not the creation of human beings, but are shaped by an unknown force which is referred to unseen star from a remote planet in the universe, from an undiscovered unknown planet in the universe. So we have also completed the stanza number 8. Now we will move towards the stanza number 9, which is very important. And as moon from the some dark gate of cloud throws over the sea floating bridge light, across whose trembling planks our fancies crowd into the realm of mystery and night. Okay, so let's see what is saying in this stanza. And as a moon from a some dark gate. Speaker here says that the moon comes out of the dark clouds. I'm going to show one picture, then you will understand this stanza more beautifully. See this picture. Here is this moon, and its light comes and on the waves and shows a reflection in the sea waves, and it is looks like a bridge. So it is the bridge of light which is made by the moon. And if we talk about the bridge, so it has planks, and when we move on the this on the bridge, then it moves. And what is planks? Planks is referred to the small wooden pieces which are used to make the bridges. And the planks, when we any person passes through the bridge, when it steps on the plank, it sways and bends. So here it is referred to like that. There are dark clouds. When from that moon comes and reflects its lights on the sea, and like that the bridge is made. And in the poem, the poet says that this bridge connects the spirit world and the human world together. So let's see what he is saying in the stanza. So, in this stanza, the poet is saying that the dark gate of clouds, as the moon from the means the moon comes out of the dark clouds and its lights fall on the sea waves of the floating bridge of light across the trembling planks of our Francisco. Means that human imagination can travel across the planks of this trembling bridge into a dark and mysterious remains kingdom mysterious word. This bridge connects us with the uh, us means the human word to the spirit means it is the connection between the spirit world and the human world of the spirits of our loved ones who have gone long away. Okay, next we have to discuss the stanza number 10. Let's see what is saying in the stanza number 10. So, from the word of spirit, there descends a bridge of light, connecting it to this. Over where unsteady floor sways and bends, wander our thoughts about the dark abyss. In this stanza, speaker says that there is a bridge of light that connects the word of spirit of our loved ones to the floating bridge created by the moonlight on the surface of the sea. See, only spirits are able to cross this bridge. Our thoughts, i.e., the memories, float on the unsteady floor of the bridge that is above the dark abyss. A dark abyss is the means it is a place which have no limits, so and it is so dark. So it is referred as dark abyss. The memories of our loved ones keep us connected to them long after they have gone. They have dead. Okay, they are died. These memories keep the living from falling into deep sorrow that is like the dark abyss. These memory which we have, it protects us from falling into the deep sorrow that is like the dark abyss. The poem thus ends with the honor